I'm going to share a little bit about how I took care of my feet while hiking 1,000 kilometers. And I just want to start by putting a disclaimer out there that this is what worked for me and has always worked for me. So I highly encourage you to do your own research and figure out what works best for you, because we're all humans with different sized feet and different preferences. What I'm going to share with you has helped me not to ever get a blister for the last 3 years that I've been hiking long distance. The first thing I do is I get the right kind of hiking boots. I've got 2 pairs of hiking boots, and these I bought just before my trip, and now they've actually already started to wear out, so I need to get some new ones. I have a pair of Salomons, and they're Gore-Tex weather protected. They're a little bit lighter than the full grain leather ones, and I wanted that because I wanted my feet to breathe a little bit more because of the springtime and the warmer weather that I'd be experiencing. I also got 1 or 2 sizes bigger than my normal shoe size, because for me it's really important to have space for my toes to wriggle around and for them not to be hitting up against the edge of the toe. And I've also got quite wide feet and a bunion, so I need to take care of that. So that was the first thing. The second thing is the 2 layers of socks that I wear underneath. The first layer is obviously the normal sock, and this is sort of a mid-weight merino wool. I use Icebreaker and I love it, and it's got a bit of cushioning at the bottom as well, just to add that extra padding. I've read that wool is really, really good as a moisture absorber, and also if your feet get wet and cold, if your feet get wet, then the wool allows them to stay warm, whereas something like cotton absorbs all the heat out of it and then you might get cold. So that's a really important one. And then the other trick is these guys. So these are a very thin base layer of a toe sock. So you can see that each toe is protected by its own layer. And this is sort of a blend of nylon and some other fibers. I'm not exactly sure, but they're called Injinji. And by the way, I'm not being paid to endorse any of this stuff. I'm just telling you what I use. So do your own research. But basically I have this layer underneath this layer, and then wear that with my hiking boots, and this has worked wonders for me. It has never caused me to get a blister when my feet are dry. When my feet have gotten wet at times, sometimes I start to feel a little bit of what's called a hot spot, which can be like an itchy spot, say at the top here where your feet may be rubbing, or for me it's at my bunion. Sometimes it's sort of this weird place here, or at my ankle back here. And so what I would do immediately, as soon as I felt a hot spot, I would stop, take off my shoe, and put some sort of additional protection on it. So it could be by strapping it, or I went to the chemist and bought a particular kind of, I guess it's like a second skin that you can put onto your feet, and it actually stays for a couple of days and adds a little bit of protection where that spot may be rubbing against the hiking shoe. And that's always worked for me. The other thing that I do as well is every 1, maybe 2 hours, I would stop and take a break. When I'm carrying a lot of weight on my back, I really do feel it on my feet. So stopping, I take my shoes off completely and my socks to allow my feet to just get some fresh air, to get them out of that pressure of being in a shoe, and just to get the blood flow back into it. And I feel like that it's so worth taking that 10 minutes every hour or 2 to do this for such a long journey like 1,000 kilometers, because our feet are the most important thing to take care of on this journey. Our feet is what's going to get us from the start to the finish, and having a little blister can really cause so much pain and delay, which could easily be prevented just by taking 5 or 10 minutes break. At night, I give my feet a good massage just to, give them some love. Basically, whatever feels good, do that, and your feet will be really happy for you, for you taking care of them. That's pretty much it, and good luck in your own preparations. Make sure you talk to the hiking stores in your area and have a look online. There's plenty of research out there, and do what you think is right for you. You might make a mistake or 2, but you'll learn from it. So good luck.